Lost in time without an emperor of Rome. Rome was the greatest nation of its time, but if there had been another emperor who could have saved Rome, Rome would have lived a more lengthy life in world history. What if? What if Julius Caesar was never assassinated? What if the post-Caesar emperors possessed different qualities that allowed them to keep ruling over Rome? What if there had been another emperor like Caesar following his death who had changed Rome and prevented the fall? What if the United States actually falls like Rome had fallen, and how do the two countries compare? What if the strength of Caesar were brought out in another emperor? What are all the similarities in these people? Abraham Lincoln, Julius Caesar, William McKinley, Caligula, John F. Kennedy, and Nero. The men on the left were American presidents that were all assassinated. The Roman leaders on the right were leaders of Rome who all died against natural causes. In Nero's case, he was forced to commit suicide or else they would murder him, so either way, he would die against his own wishes. What was the difference with the post-Caesar emperors that stopped them from continuing the Roman Empire like Caesar would have? Caligula, for example. Everyone loved him automatically through his father, Germanicus, like the Roman plebs loved Caesar for his giving ways. He fell ill with a high fever and almost died. He eventually didn't die after that, but he came out as a monster, which was his nickname in history, because he was Caligula the Monster. He forced people to commit suicide. He was assassinated by the guards like Caesar had by the Senate. Nero, for another example, he was cruel to Christians. He fed them to the lions. He was famous for burning of Rome while playing the violin and celebrating. He killed Peter and Paul, who were saints. He forced to commit suicide from his family and guards. What if Julius Caesar was never assassinated? If Caesar had listened to his instincts and colleagues' instructions, he wouldn't have gone into the meeting with the people who were planning to kill him, including his best friend, Brutus. Then he would have continued on as dictator of Rome. Some say his death was a positive turnout for the reason that he would have hurt rather than helped the nation of Rome. He most likely would have destroyed the Senate, and that would have been the end of the Roman Senate forever. What were the key strengths of Caesar that made him a great leader in history? He had an intense magnetism that stood out from the rest through his military drive and military party line. He had so much skill bottled up that once he had the chance, he took advantage of it and did the best he could in terms of leading his troops in battle, as any other great emperor would or should have. He could have had history-breaking discoveries, but we would never have known because those possibilities didn't happen because the future of Rome hadn't happened. What if there had been another emperor like Caesar following his death, who changed Rome and prevented the fall? Could he have changed Rome for the better, i.e. saved Rome? The newer emperor could have brought the empire to its possible all-time high in economic growth, culture, and happiness. Rome would have fallen eventually, like all empires do, but it could have been delayed. It also depends on the views of potential new emperor. If he held the same perspectives on where Rome should turn out, he could have been like a Caesar Jr. after his model Emperor Julius Caesar. What were the failures and mistakes throughout the Roman Empire, throughout all the emperors that led to everything crashing? The empire was like a soap opera with a constant drama and change in directions. They were not able to keep out invaders like the German invaders and the Huns. According to Stefano Sanzo, another reason why the Roman Empire ended is because of Christianity. With its ethic, Christianity distracted the Roman elite from the problems of the empire, which could be solved only by intense and continuous application. The ensuing emperors after Caesar were insane. Are we Rome? The Pilgrims came to America in search for a new start where the unwelcome were welcomed, the exact circumstance in Rome in 753 BC. The United States. We can learn mistakes in history, but will we? The constant need for supply and demand kept growing day by day. And that's how it still is today. This is a woman dressed patriotically towards America. This depicted woman is showing that we are not becoming Rome, but we were Roman to begin with instead. How do Rome and the United States compare? Rome versus the United States. Rome, they had a necessity for entertainment in the culture. In the U.S., entertainment is preferred rather than a necessity. As the nation grew, the stability fell exponentially. They haven't gotten to the point where Rome got to with their lack of stability. This included religion in their governmental system. This excludes religion in their governmental system. This favored the wealthy over the lower classes. Governments became more and more corrupt over time. The government tends to talk to the nation as a whole, saying what the people wish to hear. What if?